can you let us know what is actually ozone? What is actually ozone?
Well, ozone, I mean, this is a very old science. It has been around for many, many years with all the research and, um, and by professions. And we know that, of course, the whole our Earth is actually protected by the ozone layer. And this ozone has been protecting us from, these are very nature, how the nature protects itself against any of the bacteria, to reduce the bacteria in our environment. This is done by the nature. So, of course, how this happens is in the nature. We have through lightning. So that's why usually after a thunderstorm, you will notice that you will smell something that smell, which that is the ozone smell. Or under the sunlight, if let's say you have a very dry clothes, so you will smell your clothes that is super dry, you will have that smell, and that is the ozone smell. And those are created through the 185 nanometer UV lights. So because of the UV from the sunlight, it actually breaks the oxygen molecule, so to form ozone. So after the thunderstorm and also under very dry clothes, you would smell that ozone smell.
Okay.
So what you see here is that ozone it's actually 3 oxygen molecules, right? Out of the 3 oxygen molecules, there's 2 of them which what we call a strong bond. So the strong bond means that these 2 oxygen molecules are holding each other very well, which is actually oxygen. Then you got the 3rd molecule, which is actually holding on to that 2 molecule weak, in this what we call weak bond. So the 3rd oxygen molecule, when it actually meets any of the bacteria, virus, chemical, so the 3rd oxygen molecule will actually attack or destroy the contaminants. So when it destroys that, what is left over is actually oxygen. So you see the 3rd oxygen molecule is being oxidized the contaminants, then the leftover is 2 oxygen molecule. So that is O2. So that's why when you use ozone for disinfection, it's what we call no residue, or basically the residue is oxygen.
Yep. Interesting.
So, of course, this was published last year, August, by the Fujita University, that proves that the ozone actually does reduce the coronavirus. So this was in the news. And what else can the ozone do? Apart from removing or oxidizing the bacteria and viruses, it also degrades 90% of the pesticides. Because we know that in our daily life, we would like to eat clean veggie, So, but of course, vegetable plantation side, it's difficult for us to get nice and beautiful vegetable without pesticides.
Yes. Very hard.
It's going to be tough. Of course, there's a lot of organic in the market, but with the ozonated water from our BiOLUX system, you can actually degrade all 90% of the pesticides. So we have all the testing that we do in front of our walk-in customer into our experience center. They will see how we do it, and they can smell it, they can watch it, and they can also eat it. They can eat our vegetables that we wash using our ozone water. Of course, apart from that, you can remove bad odors. Just for example, after eating durian, it's going to be very tough to get rid of the durian smell on your fingers. So we see a lot of people wearing gloves, the plastic gloves to eat durian. So now with the ozone water that you have, you don't need to. After eating durian, rinse your fingers with the ozone water, and you will hardly smell that durian smell anymore. Even like the housewife who actually chop the garlic, you get all the garlic smell on your fingers.
Yes,
Same thing, right? So you rinse it with ozone water, and there goes all the smell.
Or even fish, right? Fish.
Yeah, fish, seafood. So you get the fishy smell on your fingers. So if you rinse it with ozone water, it's just immediate that you will smell your fingers without all this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.